Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. I wanted to give you guys a different intro today because today is part 2 of the 6 foundations that I have been absolutely loving. The 3 high-end, and then of course the 3 drugstores, which you guys got last week. I hope you enjoyed that. This was a super fun series for me to do for you guys, or shouldn't say series, it was one video. I decided to break it into 2 parts because it was really long. But I didn't realize that when I filmed it, so that's kind of why I'm in different clothes than what you're going to see for the actual review. You probably are also noticing that the backdrop looks a bit different. We did finally get to Florida. Things are going really well down here. I have almost got my space set up. My actual desk comes in Friday for my makeup studio, so I'm so excited. It is the week of Thanksgiving, so I'm gonna get that put together this week, and then of course, or this weekend rather, and then I will be filming from there next week. So I'm so stoked to actually start doing looks in my new space that's mine and not be in my husband's office anymore. So anyway, today's video is all about those 3 high-end foundations that I absolutely love, the ones that I am totally fine paying the money for because they are awesome. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Please subscribe and give it a thumbs up and comment below. I would love to hear from you guys, and I hope everyone has a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I will see you in my next video. Okay, so let's get into the higher end foundations, and I want to put these in order of like my faves because oops, I just knocked him over, because I think that would be awesome to do, to talk about them that way. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm so excited to talk about these. I will let you guys know, when I started working at Sephora, I got a lot braver at trying some of the higher end foundations. I'm just also one of those girls who just doesn't like to pay 40 bucks for a foundation if I'm gonna use it every day and I'm gonna be out of it in, 2 weeks or 30 days. I just don't like to do that. I really like to use these for special occasions or for things like that, to where it makes more sense. I've just always been very thrifty, and that's just kind of how I am. So, but anyway, I have really found 3 that I absolutely love. I've been testing out all these foundations for quite some time now, and I have found 3 that really work well with my skin. So let's talk about those. The first one, and again, the last one's going to be my absolute hands down go-to fave. So, but the first one is, I guess we'll call it runner-up number 3 or a 3rd place, I don't know. It is the Josie Maran Vibrancy Foundation, and I got this foundation originally as a sample, I think in my Sephora Play box. And this foundation was so awesome. The shade that they gave me was a little dark for me, but I went ahead and wore it for a while just to see how it worked. And then of course I got a lighter shade. I got another sample from Sephora. I had them color match me, and then I got something lighter that actually fit my skin better. But let's actually talk a little bit about it. So the first thing is their shades. They have 13 shades of this foundation. So what it is a revolutionary medium to full coverage skincare foundation fluid powered by 100% pure argan oil and nutrient-rich pigments for vibrant, glowing skin. So let's see here. It is breathable, lightweight, medium to full coverage. It is definitely more glowy because of the fact that it has an oil in it. I would say that one of the things that I don't like about this foundation is I don't feel like there's any way to transfer proof it. It's not that it's like, it's not that it's like horrible. I mean, if it was horrible, I wouldn't wear it, but I don't like to be able to touch my face and then see a bunch of product. I don't like that. I guess it's because my face feels wet and I feel like I can't do anything with it. So that's the only negative to this, is that I just haven't, and maybe if I just haven't tried the right setting spray. I have used my like seriously like holy grail of setting sprays is the Kat Von D Locket, and I think that one definitely does the best on it. Again, still not transfer proof, but it is a lot better. The other setting spray that I have tried on this is the Milani one that I just started using, and I believe that it's not a matte setting spray, but it kind of like, it takes your foundation down, so it does work really well, but it's nothing still transfer resistant. So I feel like it starts to break down a little quicker just because it has that oil base in it. Let's see if there's anything else I want to tell you guys about this from the website. Let's see, it's dermatologist tested, not recommended. So tested means obviously that they test it. Recommended just means they could have maybe tested it. So that's good to know that it is actually tested. One of the things that's really cool about this too is they have R undertones and G undertones, and R is for rosy, G is for gold, and then they even have an RG, which is for neutral. So since I have a lot of yellow tones to my skin, I actually found that that is kind of what worked for my skin skin a little bit better was going with a more golden tone, and the shade that I have is called Electric. So I want to show that to you guys, and I don't need a whole lot of this. Okay, so I'll try to get you guys out of the glare. Whoa, did I just, oh, I don't even know where that went, y'all. Did it come out? Let's try that again. Okay, let's do this. So it's super creamy and like it will run on you. So again, it's that oil base. It is a really, really nice foundation. Oh, it was on my finger the whole time, y'all. Oh my God, that's funny. I'm actually gonna just try and, because I'm gonna swatch all these for you guys. But it is really nice. I love the way this looks on my skin. I get a lot of compliments on this foundation when I wear it. I really, really like it on my skin. So let's see, how does it wear is one of the questions I want to answer for you guys. So again, I've worn it to the gym. And I get, like, after my gym workout, I've had people tell me, oh my gosh, you just worked out. How does your makeup look like that? And I'm sweaty. It's just, like I said, I don't like pour sweat from my pores on my face, but my skin still looks really good. I think transfer wise, it starts transferring pretty bad after about 6 to 7 hours. So this is one of those foundations that long wear wise, I usually don't, if I'm going to be out like seriously all day, I just can't do it. And it's mainly because it drives me crazy. It's not necessarily that it's like coming off on everything, but if you have an itch on your face and you see it on your, oh, I still got that on my finger. If you have an itch on your face and you scratch your face, like, it's gonna come off on your hands, and I just don't like that. For me, I want to feel like my stuff is in place and it's not gonna move in a rainstorm, a windstorm, any kind of, you know, humidity wise is like the only thing that I think is somewhat acceptable for foundation to feel a little bit movable, and that one just gets a little too movable for me. But I really do love the way that it looks overall. That's my only negative about it. Creasing and breaking down, same kind of thing. It's mainly just because it is an oil base, and so after, you know, so many hours with that transfer, it just starts to crease around the nose a little bit and around like this area and the chin. That's what I've noticed, and it's just because, again, it transfers, it comes off. So that's the only thing about it. I don't even think I talked about the price on this. I think I missed that, so let's talk about this. This is one of the most expensive ones that I have purchased. It's a $45 foundation. Again, I do love it. I will buy it again. I absolutely love it. It's going to take me forever to go through it, but it is totally worth the money. And for some of you guys, it could even be my skin type, could just be that whole, could be dealing with the transfer a little bit more than what somebody else is, and I just might need to mat it down a little bit more. So there's that one. Okay, my next one, I actually used this one in my video that I did. Well, I actually, by the time you guys see this, I'll have other videos up maybe, so I don't know what I'll be using, but I'm wearing it a lot. I freaking love this foundation. Let's talk about it. It is the Milk Makeup Blur Liquid foundation. I freaking love this stuff, you guys. Again, it is a matte foundation, and I'm very picky about my matte foundations, but it does not make my skin look old. It's actually very youthful. It's very like covering. It is full coverage. You don't need a lot. One of the things about this one is there is, where did I write it at? 16 shades of this. I feel like they've come out with more since I bought this, because I feel like it was somewhere around like 10 shades, 8 to 10 shades. So I don't know if those are new or they just weren't where I was, but I didn't feel like there were a whole lot of options when I originally found this foundation. Mine is in medium light, and when I first tried out this foundation, I think they put me in warm medium and it was way too yellow. So one of the things that I do love about this foundation is it really helps with us yellow toned girls. I'm not a pink undertone girl. I have more yellow, and a lot of times I find foundations just look really weird in contrast because of that pink undertone. Well, this is one that actually can get a little bit too yellow, and I made a joke on my Instagram when I first did this. I did an Instagram story about looking jaundicey. That's kind of when I did the warm medium tone. That is exactly what it looked like. So I went down and got the warm light, and I really like this. And in fact, guys, this is what I have on today. I did not use any foundation lightener. This just is what it is, and I freaking love this stuff. It wears great. This is probably this foundation, and the next one I'm going to talk about are the ones that I constantly get compliments on my skin about how flawless it looks, how pretty, how like airbrushed my makeup looks. If you tell me my makeup is airbrushed, I'm going to be your BFF, because that is exactly what I want to hear, is that my skin looks airbrushed. That is saying something for me, and I think I feel that way because I grew up so much with cystic acne and just feeling like I constantly had bumps and, you know, zits and everything else all over my excuse me, all over my face, that now hearing somebody tell me that my skin looks flawless and it looks airbrushed is like, oh, that's like music to my ears. So this is one of those foundations that definitely does that. As far as a transfer, y'all, it's like, it's on there. I love this. It's just seriously on there. And as far as the only place that I start to notice it'll crease or break down, and it's not yet, but around my nose, and I would say that's probably around that 5 to 6 hour mark. If I've worked out, then it's going to be pretty much immediate. With any foundation when I work out, it's going to be pretty much immediate that I notice that. But I can still work out, be disgusting, and go places with this on and still look like I have great makeup on. Like, I not just put it on, but it still looks really good. So let's see, creasing, breaking down, talked about that, how long I can wear it. This is a long wear for me. It is one of those that I can definitely wear all day, every day, like from start to finish. I wore it to the zoo, and it was really humid last week when Lance and I went, but it lasted. So let's see, I don't think I gave you guys a description. Let me see here. It's an ultra weightless full coverage. Yes, it is full coverage with an oil-free, silicone-free formula that lets your skin breathe. I definitely feel that this foundation is not heavy. I think that might be what some girls don't prefer about full coverage foundations, is that heaviness. And I would say with all of these that I have that are full coverage, I don't feel like they're heavy. I don't feel like I've got like bricks sitting on my skin from the product. So that's one thing that I really love about this. It definitely goes on very, very easily. A little dab will do ya is seriously how this works. So I'll just show you guys, because that, maybe a little bit more, will cover my entire face. It's crazy how this foundation applies, wears, and how much you get, or how much coverage you get for a little bit. So I love that. I don't have to do 2 layers. In fact, I don't think with any of these that I've talked about, I have to do 2 full layers to get full coverage. Even the ones that are medium, they cover really well. So let's see if there's anything else. Minimizes appearance of pores and imperfections using blurring microspheres, tiny powder-filled spheres that diffuse the light to leave a flawless, soft focus effect. Totally agree with that. I think that's exactly what it does for my skin. I even have the blur stick that came in my Sephora play box, and I put that on underneath, and that even helps even more. Can't say enough great things about this foundation. It truly, truly is wonderful. And I will, since it is a matte foundation, I usually do spray this with a non-matte setting spray just to give myself a more like glowy look, and that's what I did today. So there's that. Okay, so my favorite one, I actually have like a perfect shade for myself, and I absolutely love it, is going to be this one right here, you guys. It is Too Faced, and it is Peach Perfect, the Comfort Matte Foundation. Again, a matte foundation, I normally wouldn't buy that just because of what we've talked about already with the matte foundations. Oh my God, I love this stuff. This is the product that I'm like always getting compliments on my skin. People asking me what I'm wearing after I've worked out, before I've worked out. It's just it was made for me, honestly. And I feel like that the other thing is that anybody who wears this feels like it was made for them too. So I think that says a lot about the product. Excuse me. I do love about this shade, where is it at? Shade, about this foundation. It does have 12 shades. It is a matte finish, but it is satin. I don't think, again, it's not like a drying or dull looking matte finish. It looks more satin. And the color that I have, where's it at, is Warm Nude. It is seriously perfect for my skin. I don't need a lightener. I don't need anything with it. I can just put it on. Let's talk about, oh guys, I don't even think I told you how much the Milk foundation was. Let's go back to that. I'm so sorry. I get so excited and then start going on and on. This one is $40 for the foundation. It'll last you a long time though, like I mentioned, if you do decide to go that route. Totally worth it. Okay, so Peach Perfect, back to this. So here's our details. A 14-hour wear, comfortable matte foundation for a flawless looking complexion. What it does, this transfer resistant, we're gonna talk about that. Oil controlling foundation creates a smooth canvas for comfortable wear using exclusive comfort matte technology that is never cakey or mask-like. And guys, it is not. It is such a beautiful, fresh looking foundation. Transfer resistant is like, seriously, it is, that's not even, I don't even think that covers it. It does not transfer. Like, that is literally, it does not transfer. You can hug somebody with a white shirt and it is not going to come off on their clothes. I love this stuff. It says it lasts up to 14 hours. I don't think I've quite worn it that long. But from what I have worn it, guys, I mean, it does. It looks so pretty all day long. Even at the end of the night, I can't believe how good my skin looks. An oil-free formula, so it's not going to make you oily. It doesn't. It takes a long time for it to even start breaking down around like my nose or around my chin. It just doesn't. It really looks like I just put it on from the time that I start using it until I take it off at night. It wears great at the gym. I would say this is the one I get the most compliments on my skin when I come in with a face full of makeup, do a workout, and am done. And people are like, what in the world? You just worked out. Your skin looks freaking flawless. It's that foundation that I have on. And it just looks really good on my skin. It just makes it look very youthful and glowy. So I highly recommend that you try that one. It works for any skin type. Is there anyone that it says it's for specifically? I don't think so. Skin type, sensitive, normal, dry, combination, oily. So yeah, pretty much if you have skin that'll work for you, it is a great foundation. I can't say enough great things about it. It is my favorite. Medium coverage. It's buildable, but you don't even need to build it. I use one layer and go because it just, I don't know, the way that it just sets into your skin is really, really nice, and it does give you just a very flawless look. I didn't tell you guys how much this one was, so I'm going to edit it and insert it in. This is the cheapest one out of all of the drugstore high-end ones that I use, and it's 36 bucks. And you guys, it'll last a long time. You also don't need very much. Did I even show you how much you need? No. I don't think that I did. Like, this is it. It's got a nice consistency. So it's super creamy as well, and it does go a long way, so you don't need a whole lot as well. But I hope you enjoyed this. It was really fun to talk about these today, and I will do more product reviews for you guys as I keep using different things and trying stuff on my skin. So thank you so much for tuning in today, and I will see you in my next video. And I don't even know what I'm going to do yet, but we'll do something fun.